As current and former Capital Region residents who were in Florida try to sort out their lives after Hurricane Milton, some of our local victims of previous Hurricane Helene are finding themselves back here now in New York State.
News Channel 13's Steve Koosh spoke to a local woman who was living down in North Carolina when the hurricane hit. Now she's chosen to temporarily move back here. Steve, good afternoon.
It is certainly a tough situation for so many people down there, Mark and Sabrina. When Hurricane Helene struck, it turned parts of North Carolina into almost unrecognizable versions of themselves. That included an area where Jen Fisher was living down there with her daughter. Jen grew up in Troy here locally, but with the bodies of some of the dead still being discovered down in North Carolina, Jen decided it was best to take her daughter back here to New York to be with their extended family. Looking at some of these pictures that Jen has of her North Carolina community, you see why she doesn't know when she'll be able to move back there. Neighboring homes were washed away, she says. Families were rescued clinging to tall trees. Power and water, that could still be out for several more weeks. And kids' schools are now being used as shelters. Staying with relatives in New York, more than 800 miles away from her home near Asheville, North Carolina, Jen tells us she can't just shake the horrors of what she saw in her once beautiful community as she and her daughter fled.
I kind of wanted to give my daughter a little bit of normalcy because there were times when we were traveling back into Asheville and the surrounding areas where we could still see bodies in the creeks that were below us on the highways. It's not something that she should have to see.
Jen tells us she's planning another trip down to North Carolina soon, but first she's checking in with the local schools in New York that might be able to have a place in class for her daughter because they still have no idea when the schools in North Carolina and the communities down there will be fully open again. Mark, Sabrina.
What a nightmare. All right, Steve, thank you very much.